Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. Today we're going to talk about the ab exercises in this new workout program called 80-Day Obsession. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, and I want to put yourself first. And you know what? I'm a health and fitness coach that likes to help people find their healthy formula, whatever that means to you. Whether it's finding that motivation, that drive, or if it's finding that fitness solution that's going to help you stay committed, or if it's just finding that confidence and overcoming obstacles to get to the goals that you're wanting to do. It's all about making fitness fun and nutrition simple and getting the support to get results. So thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to talk about a new program that I just started, so I won't be able to share my results with you right now, but I'm so excited about this because it's something that I haven't done before. And it's a new program by Autumn Calabrese. She's the creator of 21 Day Fix and Country Heat, and I'm trying to think of any of the other programs. Hammer and Chisel. Hammer and Chisel is the one I got some insane results with. And this lady doesn't hold back as far as a trainer. But this new program, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't know if I was going to do it at first. I just started it. My wife and I both started it together. So that's one thing I think that you'll be intrigued about. But I'm going to just kind of share my experience to begin with. I'm going to share with you some of the ab exercises that have come about in this program. I'll even, for those of you watching on video, I'll share some of those moves with you, what it looks like, and what makes it unique to where things that I haven't done before. Now, to be honest, I'm really enjoying this process. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to jump in here and do this program, but I was very intrigued by the fact that it was 80 days, the fact that there are no repeat workouts. There are 80 different workouts in this program. The fact that you don't need any DVDs. They don't even come on DVD. You have to stream them, kind of like through the net, like a Netflix service. It's Beachbody On Demand. So if you have Beachbody On Demand, you have access to those workout programs already. And the fact that they just released this program and they are not putting all 80 days up all at once. It's 1 week at a time. So there's a bunch of us so excited, so pumped that we're doing this together. And the equipment in this program, crazy simple equipment, but a butt kicker nonetheless. Autumn doesn't hold back when it comes to this program. And it's just, for me, it's a different type of workout program than doing like a bunch of weights. Although there are weights used in this program, I'll tell you that. But I'm not doing like pull-ups or crazy plyometric jumps or agility ladder sort of things. Now, I love those. I love those things. So since I've done so many varieties of workouts over the year, I had to get out of my own way and say, you know what? I'm going to take this on. I'm going to do this. It would have been very easy just to pass judgment and say, oh, I'm not into that, and just move on. But I was looking for this little challenge. And it took me back to the day. For those of you that don't know my story, I'd lost some weight and gotten pretty decent shape from a program called Power 90. And then shortly after the results, and my wife and I were doing the workouts together, I lost my wife in a car crash. And so in my devastated state, the release of P90X came out at that time, and that was kind of like my distraction, my saving grace, my need to try something scary, to try something different, to try something unknown. And there was no way I was in condition to take on a program like that. Yet here I was. I was excited for the challenge. And a bunch of us had never done anything like that before. Now you see people all the time. They're doing CrossFit and P90X and all sorts of insanity, all sorts of things like that. But the excitement of that program and the intrigue of a bunch of people doing it together to see what could be accomplished in that amount of time. And these were like 45, well, these are like hour workouts there. And that's kind of what it is with 80-day obsession. I think for a lot of people over the years, we've kind of tried to say, oh, I've got to really dial back this exercise thing and just almost be like, I can afford 1 minute a day and that's it. um, so this does take some time commitment. But I love that people are figuring it out. What sort of they're figuring out their schedule. There's another unique thing to this 80-day obsession. Besides the workouts being a little bit longer and the program being longer, and you're getting them as they're released, the nutrition plan. It reminded me of going back to the P90X nutrition plan where you had to really structure yourself and figure things out. Well, this nutrition plan, actually, I think this is going to be perfect for those people that just like don't make me think about it. Just tell me when to eat, what to eat, and I'll do it. That's what this program does, because it wants you to get the best results with the workouts. The eating plan is timed. There's actually a pre-workout meal, and then you've got your workout and a post-workout drink and a post-workout meal, and then I think they call that the workout block. And then there's a couple other meals throughout the day. I'll tell you what, you won't go hungry. At least I haven't yet. There might be some people out there, I don't know, but I sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a bit of food, but I'm feeling great on energy. So with the ab moves and everything, I found these interesting because I wasn't sitting down doing crunches and doing just your typical ab routine. I think the core and the ab engagement is done all throughout most of the workouts. I think most of our workouts now integrate that very, very well. But in the workout that I did today, you're going to see some video stuff here. You were using sliders. And I've used these sliders a little bit before in Chalene Johnson's workout called PiYo, but I've never used them really ever since. And it was really interesting how you're putting your feet on these sliders and you're moving around in various planks or side plank or in just different positions to where you're sliding around your foot and crunching in different ways, and you're really having to engage that core, and you can really feel that burn when you're done. And I was so excited with the way it worked today. Was we had this set of cardio workouts, and then after the cardio exercises, that set would end with an ab exercise, and then it would go into another cardio set and then end with an ab set. At the very end, she bundled all of the ab exercises right in a row. You went from one to the next to the next and the next with these sliders. It was like crazy awesome and really, really good. And you feel yourself trembling, you feel yourself going, but you're working out in such a different way than you're probably used to. Now, for those of you, if you're already into sliders and stuff like that, you probably know that stuff. But I just wanted to share my excitement, my experience. I'm finding this program to be really, really exciting because, one, well, I don't want to count it down, but to say that you're going in and not knowing what the program is going to be about. Now, going back to the P90X days, you had your phase 1 workouts, and once you did most of those workouts, you were coming and you're repeating again. And so it got very easy for, about day, third month, you were starting to go, oh my gosh, I'm hearing the same jokes, or oh my gosh, I'm hearing the same music, or oh my gosh, here's the same move again. You're not going to have that in this one unless you're on your second round of 80-day obsession. But it's going to take a while for you to get through all 80 days. Now, this is a 13-week program. It builds in kind of a recovery day, not a rest day, but a recovery day. So it really, probably adds up closer to 90 days, but 80 different workouts that are in there. And you're doing it right as people on the set were going through the program themselves, and there's no music behind it. Now, I know some of you have talked to me before. You're like, oh, man, I wish I had different tunes, or I play my own tunes. What you can do, you can play your own music. Or another thing, when you go into Beachbody On Demand, you can go down and there are music tracks that you can click on, and it brings up a Spotify list of tunes specifically for that program. For that workout for the day. So there's your music for the day. You can do it on your own, or you can do the Spotify list and have it played that way. So really, really just a fun workout. Great moves. I think it's great to do as a couple. We've been really enjoying that. Granted, you got to have a little bit of space, but it's not like you're like all over the place. So it's been pretty manageable. It's been really great. It's kind of cool to do it together because you're planning your meals together on what you're going to have on those different time meals. And we both we're using the Beachbody Performance supplements with it. One thing that I've found that it's really easy when you're doing new workouts to get super sore, and sometimes that can take you out of the game when you're ready for that next one. And I find this stuff called Recharge. It's an evening shake that you do. I'll have that thinking I'm going to be dying in the morning, as far as soreness goes, and I'll wake up and be like, my gosh, I'm not even that sore. Let's go do this. Let's go crush that workout. So that's been a really, really cool thing that I'm hearing that from a lot of other people. So I just wanted to share that with you. It's been a while since I've shared a workout program that I've done that was new. Besides, probably the last one I did was maybe Shift Shop or Core de Force. But this one, man, the game has been the bar has been raised. The game is increased in its intensity and its challenge and its discipline. And if you're ready for that, I would go for it. I'll put a link to it in the show notes. Basically, it's just getting Beachbody On Demand, but they've got some sweet bundles that you can get, which will give you all the equipment. It will give you all of the Beachbody Performance supplements, and it will give you the Beachbody On Demand, like with a crazy discount of like over couple $100, so you could save on that. So I'll pop a few of those into the show notes so you could check those out in case you don't have that. And if you've already got Beachbody On Demand and you just need just the accessories or just the performance line, you can get that without the Beachbody On Demand as well. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Totally excited. I look forward to hearing your take on it. Is this something that you would take on? Is this something that you would aspire to build up to and join? Or is this something you're looking to go and do and you'd like to join one of our groups? We've got an 80-day obsession group going on right now. And to tell you the truth, if you started soon, you're not behind at all. It's a lot of people are still joining our group as we go along, and it's just fun sharing the ride, motivating each other, lifting each other up, checking in, staying accountable. And sometimes we have questions, and sometimes we ask, "What if? What could you do in this situation?" And we get a lot of feedback. Well, that's all I have for this week. I so appreciate you for coming on, sharing this podcast with somebody that you know. If you think that this program would be something that people would, that you know would like, feel free. PerryTinsley@gmail.com. Pass on my email to them, and I'd be glad to help them out or even answer any of their questions or connect them with the coach that they already have to get those questions answered as well. You absolutely rock, my friend. I hope you know this podcast. I know I referred to it, a lot of the video stuff. But this podcast also comes in audio, so you can go over to the iTunes store in your podcast app and do a search for Power Blast Podcast and get whichever version you want. We're also on YouTube. That you can go and just search for that for Power Blast Podcast, and you'll see the video stuff that I was talking about before if you happen to be listening in your car. So, and while you're in those in iTunes, please give an honest rating and review. That helps people find this podcast even more, and we can serve more people to help find their healthy formula. That's all I have for this week. Remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.